Hey everyone, this is Cody.
And Sean.
This is a place to hear about the paranormal, the supernatural, and everything in between. Hey, what's up guys? This is New Reality here, and you know what's weird, Sean? We're recording on a Monday.
That is crazy. You know why we're doing that?
Well, I think I do know why.
We're in a new location.
And our setup is pretty cool, huh? What do you think?
We're excited. This is the first time we're actually really investing time and money and doing this the right way. And of course, we're still working out the bugs.
No, we're excited. We're excited. We got some new equipment, some new recording equipment, and then I like our little backdrop here.
Yeah, right?
Because we're gonna be hosting on YouTube soon. So
yeah, we want to try to do a live deal. That'll be interesting. We don't edit any of our stuff. We always just go by the root of our pants, right, or the seat of our pants.
Whoa!
Easy with the pants. You know what I mean?
No. I'm excited. I like where the New Reality's headed. I really like doing the live stuff. I think that'll incorporate a different aspect to what we have to offer.
And having those outside listeners come and ask questions, and what's your thoughts about what we're doing? Or ideas of something we should do.
Exactly, and that is the thing too. We want viewers to come in, and that way we can answer questions in real time and not having to respond via email or what have you.
So this is a great place to invite people to be a part of our radio show. We've got another mic on order, which is great. We've got benches on order. We're gonna the space I think is pretty awesome, and we're excited about it. Right.
Absolutely. Well, hey, enough bibble babble. What are we talking about today? Didn't you just take a trip somewhere?
Like Lilydale?
Yeah, how was that?
Yeah, that was ridiculous. It was really I always get this picture in my mind. I know what it's going to be like, and it wasn't even close to what I thought at all. I'm staying in a haunted hotel and I'm going to ghost hunt. No, I did the first night because I got there at 2 a.m. and I lay down on the bed and all of a sudden it starts shaking and I'm exhausted. I said, you know what? Get out of here. I'm not in the mood for you guys. And it stopped. And nothing ever happened the rest of the time.
So you straight up told a ghost to stop. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Because I barely made it there. So no, just an amazing week. I ended up some really what I consider supernatural things, which is just spiritual stuff for me. I had I did a trance mediumship class, and that was amazing. I'm working with Lisa Williams, and she offered support for us for any future endures. May that be TV shows or whatever. But she offered to take a look at our contracts if that happens.
Now, Lisa Williams, who is she, in fact?
Okay, Lisa Williams is a psychic medium. She's been around for close to 20 years. You see her a lot, like earlier days. She used to do paranormal stuff, which I thought was amazing. And she visited a place before we did, and I found it later on YouTube. So she'd been to the Glen Tavern Inn.
So what was she doing? Was she just kind of doing a walkthrough?
She was doing a paranormal investigation.
Wow.
They used her just as a medium, and she went in and what was really fun about it was she sensed a lot of the things we did, which I found exciting, but it just reminded me of the path you and I are taking, So anyway, she offered her services, and which I thought was just amazing. I've been to a couple of her courses, and she's just a really wonderful person. She's really looking into like helping the children and the new children that are coming in that are trying to understand what's this stuff that's going on.
Well, the youth is, what we need to make this world what it is,
Right. So we're trying to teach people, she had just a brilliance of all kinds of ideas on what she wants to do, and she wants to start focusing on that, which is, again, highest respect for her for that. But yeah, she taught us some really good things, but I won't go into detail with that because it might be a little bit out there, but which was just amazing. I mean,
you did talk about fairies in a couple podcasts back.
I guess you're right. So trans mediumship, basically, they teach you go into a good trance and you blend with spirit. That doesn't mean that you're people think possessed. It's not that at all. It's that you're so close to the energy, you're communicating almost as if they're overlaying you, it was crazy. It happened twice, and it happened to me when I was younger, and I wasn't even understanding what was going on. It happened to me because I was drinking with some friends, and all of a sudden stuff like that happened to me. So it was kind of more to understand why it happened and what was the big deal about it. So it did bring in a lot of clarity for me, but it was really just mind-boggling. But there was a situation where a woman that worked there had some issues with, her mom and she had close ties with her grandmother, and I picked up on the grandmother quickly. And it was enough to where I was like, hey, you're seeing feathers? And she said, oh my God, I just saw a feather on my pillow the night before. And I was like, well, that's your grandmother. And then I said, finding coins. She goes, oh my God, I found like this nickel on my kitchen cabinet yesterday. And she goes, I didn't leave it there. So it was just kind of, and then I told her I felt like she had a sweater that was her grandmother. I said jacket, but she said, no, she had a sweater. I said, well, I feel like there's a pocket that has something in it. You should check it out. Well, she went and looked. It was a nickel.
So there was something in her pocket, huh?
Right.
Wow.
Which it was crazy. When you go there, it's just an amazing, especially when one day you have to go, but it's
right.
a real
Well, I think it's a calling, right?
Yeah, it's an energy that will it just makes you stronger. You're knowing better.
So it is a spiritual place, spiritual community.
It is.
Which just so happens to be haunted as well, right?
Yes, very much so.
So
maybe that's the reason why. Yeah. So what was amazing is they were very okay about doing that. I took a couple of pieces of equipment out there, over by the stump where they do all their ceremonies.
So did you check that into the airport as well?
Did
they look at you like you're going to blow the world up? Or
well, I put it in my suitcase.
That's a good call.
It was kind of funny because I put it right in the middle of the suitcase just to make sure that it wasn't going to get damaged, quote unquote, air quotes. But yeah, so I did use it, and not very much. We did take it out to the over by the stump late one night. There's like 6 of us. I did get away because everybody kept being loud. I mean, the main thing is you want to be quiet, right? So
right.
You don't want, there's a certain level of, sometimes they'll talk over, but I did get a good strong K2 hit, and that was about it.
Okay.
But then I ended up going to the last day. This was the part that kind of, again, understanding with spirit when they're talking to me and everything. Well, the last day, they do 3 ceremonies a day at the stump. It's a spiritual church. And I didn't go to any of them until the last day. I took the second from the last. I went there and just kind of checked it out because I'd never been. And I was like, okay, cool. They didn't have a message. It's just mediums that tell stories, or they pick up on loved ones and they give you readings that are in the audience, basically.
Right. Now, was there any smalls or larges there, or just me?
Yeah, just me. Oh my God, you're killing me.
I had to do that just because of how many times you've told me that joke.
Oh my God, I've been told so many times. I'm more of a large at this point, but I'm working on it. Yeah. But yeah, it was just it ended up where I was the last one. I had to be up early in the morning at 2 to catch my flight. And I'm going, I'm not going to go to the last one. But it was like a screaming in my ear when I was laying down, you need to go. There's a message. And I'm like, no, I want to lay down. So long story short, I went. And
so you listened to spirit?
Yeah. So I listened because there's a message for me. So after the 5th reading, the woman picked me, and she had some things about my dad and my grandfather and my grandmother. And it was all right on. And I was like, okay, that's the message, right? So I was content thinking that was it. Well, they never have outside mediums work at Lilydale because you have to be all registered in town as a medium. They don't allow outsiders to do readings normally. Well, the last one of the last day I was there, they had 2 people outside of the town. One was from Michigan, another one was from New Jersey. Well, then I hear, there's 10 minutes left. The minister, basically, he was doing readings, and he went to me, he looked me right in the eye. He's like, did you get a reading? I said, yeah, I did. He says, okay. They were asking about that. Before that, they were asking, hey, is there anybody out there that wants to do reading?
Sure.
And I heard Spirit going, get up there, get up there. And I'm like, fuck you, Spirit. I'm not going up there. Forget it. So that was in my mind. I swear that was in my mind. And it was funny. That's when he looked at me. He goes, did you get a reading at all? And I said, yeah, I got one at the beginning. He's like, and he looks away slightly and looks right back at me. He's like, you've got a medium aura. Are you a medium? I go, yeah. He's like, well, get up here. So they pulled me up. Anyway. Yeah. So I did a platform reading, 2 people, and nailed it. I was blown away because I was so freaking nervous. But, there's a point where you just let whatever is going to happen. And it happened. And everything that I said was accurate. It's not, I can go into depth, but you're just doing a quick reading. But it was really amazing how when you work with Spirit, it's clear.
Absolutely.
So that was amazing. So a lot of things happened. I got a reading. It reminded me. We'll talk about this another time. But apparently, I did have 2 near-death experiences, and I had a reading out there that kind of brought that in to light, which made sense because the last time I was there, a medium said to me that the next time you come, you're gonna understand even deeper about what happened to an NDE, because I did pick it up the last time I was there that I had a near-death experience. Well, I had 2. And both times, divine intervention. I could have left, and I was ready to leave because it was ugly at that time.
Right.
It was like, just let's go, So, but it was amazing. I'll tell more about that later. But it was very spot on. It was very encouraging for the new reality as well, because she did say that she saw us doing radio and also doing television. So,
well, you know what I like about all that is, I mean, yeah, you went to a spiritual community and everybody there is a medium, and you're taking classes essentially to better yourself as a medium, right?
Correct.
So I like the blend that it has with us when we go to a paranormal investigation, because you can feel it out, right? And I can feel it out, and we can kind of balance off of each other.
Right.
So I think it just adds to the, what's the word I'm looking for? The authentic, the authentication of
the new reality.
Investigation. Yeah, absolutely.
I think again, when we come together, magic happens. We could talk about our last investigation in the graveyard. Yeah. Just 3 days ago?
It's 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was freaking phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
So yeah, we're at a local graveyard, and we're taking some people with us. My cousins, and then her friend and whatnot. And we're doing an investigation. We go to this this spot where there's always activity, and we bring out the ghost box, which is something we love. And we put on noise canceling headphones, and we start asking questions, and hopefully spirits, I should say, will intervene and give us a message. So,
which was the case, right?
Exactly. So we have our K2 out, so we have our recorder out. Sean steps up to bat first, and he sits down and he puts on the headphones, closes his eyes, and just starts, getting into his zone. So I start popping off questions, who's here, how many people are here, blah, 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 blah. Well, he starts reacting to the questions that I start asking, which is insane because he can't hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think at one point I said, do you want us to leave? And you said, get out. So that was, that was prominent. But, so we start going through that, and then we start getting K2 hits, like phenomenal K2 hits, all in the red. And they were responding to the questions. So at a point, I stopped focusing on Sean, and I went to the K2 to try and establish communication. And we were talking with the K2, and it was spot on. It was like
answering everything.
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, are you are you a boy?" Bam, in the red.
Wow.
Did you lose your mother? In the red. And and that's funny because you said on the headphones, you said, "I'm here," and then you said female voice. And then the little boy came in and said, "I'm looking for," and then you got mother.
Wow,
which is insane because
So I didn't hear this yet. So we haven't gone over the evidence.
No, so it just it blends super well, and we were talking with an intelligent spirit, which is always fun, right?
Right.
So we're doing that, and it's crazy. We're getting K2 hits, and then so Sean stops. He gets out, and we start telling him all the crazy stuff that's happening, and we have one of the other investigators use the I can't even think of the name. Use the headphones, and they start doing it, and we start to look at this other girl that's next to us, and she's getting a lot of K2 hits, but it's weird because they're really sporadic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it was weird. And
So it wasn't baseline. It was definitely
no, it was definitely
interacting.
for sure. So I took the K2 from her, and I kind of went over here. Didn't get anything. No response, no nothing. I walked like maybe 5-10 feet away. I walked back and put the K2 right by her. Boom, right in the red, like all over the place. I take it away again. Nothing.
It seemed like it was it her or was it that area?
I think it was liking her is
Right.
what I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, we bring it back, a couple times, and it would only light up when it's near her.
Oh.
So for some reason, Sean and I start getting into a little mode, and we're like, okay, do you have malicious intent?
Oh,
Thing sparked all the way to the red, right? Just boop, 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 boop.
Yep.
And we're like, okay, what's going on here? And then we asked, are you attached to Lauren, which is her name? Bam, all the way to the red again. Are you going to leave Lauren alone? Bam, all the way in the red again, And we're like, okay, we can't have that, right? So
this is where it gets good, fam.
yeah, so we start, this is crazy. So we start doing a prayer that we do, and we kind of like join our hands together, and we call upon Archangel Michael, which is this really strong protection for us.
Absolutely.
And we called him in. We even called in all the other archangels, Metatron, Gabriel, Uriel, all of them.
Yep.
And
Raphael too, right?
Raphael as well to heal. And we're just asking for protection and clarity, and kind of just cleanse any bad thing that's associated with Lauren or ourselves. And as we're doing that, my cousin brings out her pendulum and starts asking questions.
Oh my god, dude.
And we have this on tape, everybody. So
I got a chance to see it, so that was pretty. At least I got a chance to see it.
So she starts asking questions. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the pendulum, but it's another way to communicate. It's just a tool. So she starts asking questions, and we ended up getting that there was a portal next to where we were at, and
which makes total sense.
Yeah, for sure, because all the activity. So as Sean and I were doing this protection, the freaking pendulum was spinning so damn fast. It was almost like at a horizontal, it was spinning horizontally, kind of perpendicular or parallel with her neck, which is insane. If anybody used a pendulum, like it very, very rarely does that.
So guys, I've tried to use a pendulum, and it just doesn't work for me. I mean, but it doesn't work for everybody. But I'm always skeptical. So I look at her arm's solid stopped, and this thing is going vertical. I'm going, what the? So that was the only part of the video that like we shared that evening.
Yeah.
But it was like, are you kidding me right now? So it was very, very interesting.
And I'm a very avid user of pendulums. I can pick up freaking a spaghetti noodle and use it, and that's just something that I've always done. And I've never seen that before. To see it do that is insane.
Yes.
But it is easy to somebody, on the outside looking in. Oh, she's just moving it.
It's okay to be skeptical. I mean, I support that.
Absolutely.
I like, we kind of, there was a comment about orbs in one of our radio shows, and I get it, but there's times where you've got an orb that wants to move around and do a 180 and then come back at you and then go across someone's arm, and them looking at it going, wait, something just burned me? I mean, we've got some video.
It's circumstantial, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's times where it's like, yeah, that's clearly dust,
Yeah.
or what have you.
Right.
But there's also on our freaking Instagram, there's a damn orb by your shoulder with a damn face on it.
Yeah,
Like,
the thing is like Windex ain't clean at night.
and it's huge, So I think it is. It's just very circumstantial,
Yeah.
and it's just it's your take on it. Like the paranormal, it's so vast and it's so huge, and there's so many different theories.
So opinionated.
Exactly.
But I get it, and not everything's haunted. Not everything is paranormal. Not everything's supernatural. I do like to think that, when I get a feeling in a room and there's a phenomenon that's going on, I'd like to, I'm going to go with that. But again, I'd like always to have that equipment to verify it as well.
It's confirmation.
Right. So we like the K2, of course, and we have a new meter that I like as well. We both do, and we just got it. Right.
The REM pod?
Yeah.
That thing
fantastic.
is amazing. I'm sure if anybody's an avid ghost hunter, they know what the REM pod is, and that thing is phenomenal.
Yeah. We're stoked on it. We haven't got a chance to use it because it just came in today, boys and girls.
But I'm sure we'll be doing another investigation soon, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll figure something out.
Well, speaking of that, we're investigating with All Things Paranormal down at Hollywood.
October, right?
Yeah, in October, we'll be doing tours with All Things Paranormal. We'll be like, the tour guides or whatever with them, and we'll be showing newbies how to investigate.
Yeah, right. And you guys, how many people want to go to the Hollywood sign and let's find that woman in the white dress? I mean, that would be phenomenal.
No, absolutely. I mean, you and I have been there multiple times, right?
Right.
And we've caught in all kinds of stuff. There's there's a heaviness to that place.
Right.
I mean, there's so many body dumps and different things there,
Well, what was that? Yeah, I'm excited about that because even walking in that place, it's so busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be amazing. These guys are cool peeps as well, and even the little time we hung out with them, they seem like great, funny
Absolutely.
people.
Well, yeah. So and be on the lookout for that. Once it gets closer, we'll post something, and we'll tell you all the information on how to do that. But
Right.
basically, if you guys follow us and allthingsparanormal.la, they're all over Instagram. I don't know if they have a website yet. I don't think so, but they're all over Instagram, and that'll give you everything you need for that.
Yeah, we'll make sure you guys are aware before it's close. But what was that? We had a couple of things we wanted to talk about.
Well, there's something I really wanted to talk about because I really want your opinion on it. I mean, I have my opinion, but so the essence of time, right? So as we know, time is it's a construct, right? It's a made up thing.
Right.
So
it's an opportunity.
Why are
to
we
measure
a slave to it?
Because we created it.
Absolutely.
We created it, and if you think about it, what is the most of our stress?
Oh, it's time
Worried
related.
about making
Making
we
it-
make
make
our
it to work on
deadlines
time.
and,
Yeah.
hurry up and
When's my paycheck gonna post?
Yeah, well,
you know?
yeah. So I can get another fun toy. You know what I mean? So, I think time is it's 3D. It's 3D created. I think that's our way to control. That's we're always as humans want to measure, right? We want to measure. Oh, look how much money are you making? Or hey, look at the square footage.
And why is that?
Because it's the way we measure to try to be great. Or if you're lacking, you don't have, you're poor. It's a way to label. I mean, I think.
So, here's my question to you: if time was not invented, or there was no time, what do you think? Like, you know what I mean? Where would we be today?
We'd be in heaven. I think that it would be a different place. I think that we wouldn't have to worry about hitting a deadline or buying that house and being married at 30. And,
well, think of the stress-related issues associated with time, right? I mean, how many issues does stress cause in itself?
Everything.
Right? So, and that's the biggest stressor is time. So
Right.
without that, I mean...
And I think it goes with everything. It's all about measuring. It's all about how much, how much money, how much square footage, how much my car costs, how big my car is. It's all about, like even in mediumship, or having awareness. Like we talk about levels. It's not level. It's just expansion. It's like a circle that goes around and you're expanding outward. You're not any bigger or any less. You're just understanding better. Maybe it's experiences you've had in this life. I can think of me going through a lot of different stations of life. I don't even know where this is going, but sections of my life. But it's chapter after chapter. But everything is about.
Don't worry about that sound. That's Sean, messing
stuff.
around.
I'm using my hands. You'll see it on video. I think it's just we're always looking to get better, and we have to measure it, and that's how we do that.
Well, and I know you've studied this, and I've studied this as well, but I think that's the biggest issue in the spirit world is when people pass over, they're having a hard time, coping with that there is no time.
Right.
Right? They have all the time in the world.
And a lot of the studying NDEs, that was something that they talked about. They talked about how they always felt like, oh man, I'm supposed to be here and I'm supposed to be doing that. And oh my God. And then they realized that you can do it. You have as much, do I dare say, time to do whatever you want. There is no deadlines. It is pure. I mean, I still think there's opportunity for growth, and you're growing and you're paying attention to all the different things that, I think if you have a hobby or something you're really good at here, I think you get to take it there.
I agree.
And I think you get to share that with people, and that's the whole point of it, right?
Right.
Your natural talents and who you are.
Yeah, I think so too. I just think, I don't know. It's hard to vision what this world would be like without it.
Right.
Because even you and I mean, we're it's all around time. Doing this
All the time.
podcast is, you
Right,
know what
right.
I mean? And
There's not enough.
right, exactly.
Why can't we add a
Or we
couple
gotta stop it at this specific time, you know? And
I got a great idea. Let's do it this way. Let's make it a 14-day week, and 4 days are for work.
absolutely. How about no days for work and still get paid? Can that work?
That's
or-
brilliant. That's brilliant. You're a genius. I really truly do
I'll sell my ideas online.
that. Hey, someone will buy it.
No, but yeah, I think the element of time it's definitely a made up thing, and without it, we'd be in a lot better place.
Right.
You know.
And even we're talking about Aztecs. They made a calendar. I mean, it started that long
And
ago.
see, and why? Like who was like, hey, let's freaking look up at the stars and let's make a damn calendar? Like why?
Boredom. They didn't have TV.
So let me ask you: do you think time? Because this is a theory too. Do you think time is related to aliens?
I think, the direction I was going to go with is I think there's a moment with where you're dealing with the prehistoric people and what they're doing, and you find that let me think. They're looking at, the sun gods, right? What brings the crops. So they started measuring that way. When are we going to have the rains, and when are
Right.
all the seasons, right? So that's why they created, I'm sure, for eating and being
Right.
able to know when crops are best and when they're going to be able to get the water that are underneath the ground, all these different things. So I truly believe, there was some intervention there, but I do think there was a big drought, and some of those, I think it just caused them to die off.
I do
And
agree
maybe
with
blend.
that.
And maybe even attacked by, I don't know my history well, so I'm not going to put anything out there. Wouldn't make any sense. But, I'm sure something from outside of this country took them out and killed them off or whatever.
Well, something or someone or I don't know.
Freaking aliens to grab and pick them away. Hey, maybe, hey, I'm down.
There's
I'm
a
down.
reason this talk is going towards aliens because it's so prominent right now.
Right.
I mean,
Did you
everyone is talking about it.
You saw the one thing, what was it? SpaceX did their launch for a satellite. And all of a sudden, this freaking saucer shows up in a picture. It looks just like the one you sent me in the video.
And speaking of that video, I have a picture of it that I just found.
Oh, God, you gotta find the video.
So I will
anyway.
find the video, but the picture looks exactly like the picture in the thumbnel that you sent me.
I'm telling you, bro, it's ridiculous. We should just post that on Instagram.
No, I mean, absolutely, right?
Yeah, so, again, it's like once you seek, it just comes to you.
It keeps coming, and it's all it's synchronicities, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of this YouTube called Hellier. It's a 5-part episode about Kentucky goblins or whatever. Go check it out if you guys are interested in that. But it's go ahead.
Or go to Barstow, you can see some of those goblins.
No, but
Figures. Sorry.
they're all about synchronicities, and that's what you and I go off of is
All the
synchronicities, and we see it. I mean, we see it every day. 111, 222, and that's just numbers.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
and that happens all the time. Like I see, so me and Cody's numbers tend to be 1, 2, 2, 1, and all these in order type of things. And it just happens over and over all day long. I'll just look at the clock. There it is every time.
And their messages. I mean,
Right.
that's what I think they are. You know,
Right.
their messages, hey, you're on the right track, or hey, pay attention to this, or maybe you're in a bad mood and you see something and you're like, oh, maybe I should stop.
Right. Going back to my trip and what it's done to help me get through some of this stuff, because I was really, I don't know, I really didn't like my job, and I think
come on.
I made it pretty damn clear. But it's a perception thing. So I realized that if I didn't change the way I looked at it, I was gonna, I'm just gonna make it awful for me. I hope we all want to chase our dreams and be successful in different ways, and I'm in a good place right now to make money I need to support our hobby. Yeah, because I love it. I feel like this is a great time.
I'm gonna use this play on words that I use a lot, and I ask certain people this just because I like engaging conversation, right? So, does your perception create your reality?
Yes.
Absolutely, right?
Yes.
And everybody has a different reality.
Right.
Everybody has a different perception.
Right.
And
it's that. Sorry, excuse me. I think again with the left brain, or the brain wants to protect you. So all it wants to do is protect.
Fight or flight.
Yeah. So you're always thinking of why you shouldn't do this and not do that. And you know what I mean? So I lost my point, but
No. I mean, it's accurate what you're saying.
yeah, I think that there's a point where the brain wants to make sure that you're protected. So it's just easy to not do what you want to do because it's just easier to settle in where you're at. Well, when I came out there and came back, I was like, this is not a bad job. It gets chaotic sometimes, but that's just the nature of the job. And of course, I don't want to make what we're having, this fun we're having into something that's a job.
Right.
If
well,
it becomes what we make,
absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely.
But we're having a fucking hell of a time with it.
Well, it's fun. I mean, we both like doing ghost hunting,
Yeah.
And I think that's where the blend, because it's a brotherhood and
Right.
we love doing it.
Shody, the new reality. I think it's amazing. I think that, working with Para it brought back a lot of like good memories about just fun we had.
Yeah.
And and for a while there, I was looking for what fun was. And here I am talking into a mic. I never thought I'd be talking into a mic, talking about some crazy ass shit that people think I'm nuts. I don't care, but I'm having a great time doing it.
We are nuts. It's okay. No, but and that's the thing. We're having fun and we're trying new things. Hopefully we're going to be doing a YouTube live here shortly and see how that works.
See it works out.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right?
Yeah.
Do everything, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah. And I mean, again, you guys know our website and getting some ideas out there. That's great. And again, if you have a story, that's great too. I think that, we want to share our experiences and your experiences. There's no reason to be afraid. We probably talked about a lot more weirder things than you will.
Some weird shit, let me tell you. But no, please go visit our websites, the New Reality 11 or newreality11.com. It has all of our links to our social media on there, including our podcasts and whatnot. And it's a great time.
Yeah. I think we are videotaping this as well. Again, it's a new rig. We're just checking it out. We're saying, why not? Let's do a freaking podcast.
Absolutely.
So here we are.
And you know what's weird is we're recording on a Monday.
On a Monday, God. And we're still joyous because what a fun time.
Well, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, give us a like and a follow. Tell your friends and stay frosty.
Peace out.